Hi, welcome. My name is Idris Kamoga and I'm happy to have you. It's a Monday and I want to welcome everyone in the new week. And as usual, we want to wish you the very best of the new week. Um, of course, it's all about success for everyone in this tourism business that we are all doing, right? Usually on a Monday, we come with a tourism business tip to guide you on a number of things. And today we are bringing something very interesting, and it is going to the starters. We want to talk about, or we want to assist you in simplifying on how you can build and grow your online presence, right? It's a digital era. So in other words, if you're joining tourism as a business, one thing you must think about is to grow your online presence. And there are so many ways of how you can probably grow your online presence. But we want to bring out just two points that will enable you understand how you be able to grow, your online presence. Probably you have your website and you're going to start from scratch. Of course, we've looked at a user-friendly website. It has to be content rich. But before you dig deep into all that, I want to help you and ask you if you could close yourself in a room, right? Close yourself in a room before even you think of the day you get an idea of probably being part of the tourism business. Ask yourself, who is my target audience? That's a very big question. If you can write down who is that customer that you want to target, right? And answer those, we are going to help you answer part of that question. You see, you write down who is your target audience. And whatever efforts that you're going to do in as far as online growth will be directed to that audience that you want to market to, right? But you also have to ask yourself, what are they interested in, right? That's a very good one. What are they interested in? What are their demands? What are their needs? What are their wants? Right? What are their needs? Their wants? Their demands. Now, ask yourself, what needs, demands, or interests that have not been met? Because any business must be problem solving. Even in tourism, you're a tour operator, identify a gap that has not been met. So when you look at those interest demands that have not been met, and these are problems, right? Let's call them problems that travelers are facing, right? Draw your content towards that. Are we together? Draw your content towards that. In other words, online presence growth is so easy when you identify problems that your target audience are facing. That's very key. So try to ask yourself. There are so many questions. We've already told you at one point that put on your client's shoes, right? Try to put your client's shoes on. And if you can do that with your website, right? Let your website communicate interests, demands, and needs of your target market. It won't take you months to get business, right? We are trying to simplify some ways on how you can grow your online presence super fast in the most relevant way. And number one, we've asked you to ask yourself a question: who is my target market? You have a new idea that you want to join in the tourism business, that should be number one on your paper. Address those lines. The next thing would be market accessibility, and it will be very as simple as possible. Two, we've said we are going to give you two basics, and these are the simplest way on how you can grow online. Two is about the content. Now we've identified their problems, and now what we need is, what are the topic areas that we are going to start putting out. I'll give you an example. You can ask yourself, what would be the potential questions that tourists going to Bwindi to do gorilla trekking may have? Those can be your topic areas to write about, and the search will pick them. And remember, we optimize for human. In other words, people must search those topic areas. And when you write about those topic areas that are very important and relevant, because you've identified their needs, and probably people are bound to search on how to obtain Ugandan visa. How much is a Ugandan visa? These are topic areas that we are talking about. Write about what are they seeking to know, right? You must, because already you've identified that market. Now you are trying to solve their problems by knowing what are they seeking to know. Give them answers, and those answers would come into your website as content, right? That is the easiest way. You can launch a website today, tomorrow, and you're found in the search. Why? Because you've been able to identify your target audience. You've identified their needs. You've identified their wants. You've identified their interests. And whatever you're doing, whatever information you're putting out to them is important, and it is very relevant. And the next thing you'll be, your website or online presence will be very high, and you will grow in terms of sales. So I hope you've understood on the best ways on how you can build your online presence. It's not rocket science either, right? So I want to wish you well as you're trying to practice all that for now. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. We're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube. You can subscribe for these and more learning tutorials about tourism as a business. I thank you, and until next time, bye-bye.